A few explorers, the Grenadines divers, 4 Charlotte strikers. Somebody celebrate your team. Last team breakers, the Alpine breakers, Botanic Garden Rangers. It's from the bleachers we would see. VPL
it's more flavor, more vibes.
VPL
that bring the stadium alive.
VPL
this is the joy of we life.
It's the Vincy Premier League. A few explorers, the Grenadines divers, 4 Charlotte strikers. Somebody celebrate your team. Last team breakers, the Alpine breakers, Botanic Garden Rangers. It's from the bleachers we would see. VPL
it's more flavor, more vibes.
VPL
that bring the stadium alive.
VPL
this is the joy of we life.
It's the Vincy Premier League.
Hills, mountains, high, man, woman, shy, brown, Vincy, hands up high, and let me hear you say.
Welcome back to the Arnos Vale Sports Complex as we are bringing you live coverage of Match 1 on Match Day 11 between the Botanical Garden Rangers and the 4 Charlotte Strikers. The Botanical Garden Rangers, they won the toss and they got up to 110 for 3. And the 4 Charlotte Strikers need 111 to record their first win, and a win that this is vitally needed if at all they could try to squeeze in, and I put squeeze in caps there, into the eliminators, Martin.
Well, it's all left to be seen here. The target has been set 111 to get 4 Charlotte Strikers have to get that
Well, Williams is coming to bowl to Samuel. A dot delivery to start off with. Kamali Williams to Alex Samuel. And at the toss, you were told that there's a shuffling in the batting order. And we see this now with the young Williams partnering Samuel. Would that, let's hope, what do you think? Do you think that would precipitate a change in their fortunes?
Well, they need something to really work with. And Williams brought it to them in the last game, and hopefully he could do it for them again in this game.
This is hitting. I make it Samuel somewhere on the body. Don't think it took the bat. And the leg by is going to be signal. Helmet, you make it?
Yes.
Miles, many of those don't hit the helmet in your head. I didn't hit the helmet. The bat and went somewhere outside the ground.
In the younger days, maybe. These days, I duck under.
Yes, you play within your limits.
So the umpire is checking him. Struck the helmet, concussion. Careful there now, youngster. He's going to be all right.
Yes, and walking the line.
Yes.
Making sure that he still has his wits about him, so to speak. And that's the international umpire on the spot there, Dighton Butler, as Williams is not offering anything for these two youngsters to be comfortable with so far.
He has done pretty well for the Botanical Gardens Rangers who will bowl in the new ball. He has picked up a few wickets and he has bowled pretty economically as well.
But it's a young Williams. This is Silroy Williams. Doesn't look as he got as much as he would like on it, but he was shaping well there to that short delivery.
It's a short delivery. We pulled it over mid-wicket. We're looking for the ball to race off the surface. Unfortunately, it didn't. It trickled close to the boundary. He picked up one. The score is now 2 without loss. In this the first over, a target of 111. They need to get a good start here.
Williams to Samuel again. Samuel has taken this one off the pads neatly. Only a single again. They move on to 3. And you spoke of Kamali Williams. He has 8 wickets in the tournament so far, and in terms of his wicket-taking prowess, in addition to, has not been bad at all.
Yes, he's been very effective up front for the Botanical Gardens Rangers, and he has come back and bowled some middle overs, which see him being successful as well. So he has done the job which he has been asked of by his captain, and he continues to do it here for the Rangers.
Williams to Williams. And that's Kamali to Silroy, and he's beaten outside the off stump. And so far, so good for the Botanical Garden Rangers. Not a lot of pressure at all on this unit at this stage. And they're already sitting well at the top of the table. Into the qualifier, we would make it possibly. But are definitely in the final 4.
Well, they are sitting pretty at the top of the table. And it seems as though they will be going 2 more points up in this game. But it's left for the Botanical Gardens to prove us wrong here, as another dot delivery has been bowled here by Williams into the body of Williams again, who is the batter. Another dot delivery, diamond delivery. 3 without loss. A good start here by the Rangers.
Much more than a good start, with a required rate of 11 runs. 3 in any over is really welcome, Miles.
Yes, couldn't ask for a better start, probably a wicket, but maybe that's asking for a little too much.
Donald Delpesh, one of the outstanding finds, I make it, of VPL 2.0, with his variation and his all-round ability. Really impressive so far in this tournament,
Yes,
Ken Roy.
I had not seen him before this tournament, really, Roxel, and I was looking forward to see him. I heard of him, and he has really impressed me with his bowling. He has a very good Yorker, a good slow ball, he hits it length, and he's very, very technical when it comes to his bowling. Smart fella, and he has done exceptionally well for the Rangers here again, with Williams bowling up top and the power play. He has claimed some wickets as well, so he has done exceptionally well in his first tournament.
Samuel advances and gets it back past the bowler for a single. Might be some hard work for North Leeward to keep him for the next coming national championships, Martin or Miles?
Well, I see Miles eyeing from his side here. So I'm thinking Victor's would be eyeing a pretty good bowler here as well. But if you have done as well as he has done here in this tournament, then I'm expecting somebody to offer him a contract at least to be playing at the higher level.
Well, it would be for his further development, I make it, if we put it that way.
Well, I think North Leeward has been promoted to the Premier Division. So he may decide to stay with them.
Well, one way or the other, it would be good to see him in the Premiership, and he concedes another run as the four Charlotte Strikers are trickling up as they try to attempt to get to 111. They are on 5, and 8 deliveries have been bowled. We have Samuel back on strike. He is facing Delplush as a Hyroon truck is behind the administrative center. Samuel going across the line, should have been going straight back past the bowler with that. And done a diamond delivery. Martin I believe that truck is here for you. I know you you call those things very often.
Well, some liquid refreshment is always welcome on a hot day. The sun is out in all its glory here at Arnosville, and I do advise you to drink a lot of water. Get some liquid refreshments.
This one is striking Samuel, another good length, and he's out. Oh, he's given out. He is given out. LBW Samuel trapped in front of the off stump, and Delplesh lives up to our bidding, so to speak, so far.
Well, he have struck again. Is that of Williams? Samuel Alex, one of the better players from the last tournament. He has failed to impress again here today, and the 4 Charlotte Strikers have lost their first wicket, Miles.
Miles?
Yes, Samuel from the last edition, most teams would have recognized that he is pretty strong through the leg side. So they have employed a strategy against him to basically keep the ball outside off stump. You see Delplesh would have taken pace off the 2 previous deliveries to him, and that one would have had pace on and fuller and straighter. And I think that is what eventually undid him.
Something of notice, though, in this tournament, the fast bowlers have done exceptionally well. The previous tournament, the spinners really dominated, but the fast bowlers have done exceptionally well in this tournament, as that ball is taken by Stuart there, another diamond delivery.
I think they're really playing Delplush cautiously, knowing probably of his potency, his variation, his guile. The Kato just leaves that one outside the off stump. Another diamond delivery. 2 overs almost completed and 5 runs on the board. Kato drives into the covers. He gets a single. 6 after 2. Required rate is climbing and climbing quickly. It's now 20. Required rate of just over 20. I make it, Kenroy. 13 corrected in terms of what I was hearing. 13. It moves from 11 to 13. So another big ask for the 4 Charlotte Strikers, Kenroy.
Well, not the ideal start that they wanted. They have lost the wicket, and the scoring rate has gone to 13. They need to get 111. They have lost the wicket. 2 overs completed. They need something. They need somebody to bring some life to their cricket. Silroy, he has the ability to do it. They need somebody to come to the party and really play a beautiful cameo for them here today. He have the likes of Kato, who have just joined him. He's experienced as well. So somebody needs to put up their hands and say, I'm going to do the job for 4 Charlotte Strikers.
Well, it's not going to be easy because Zimran Providence has taken 7 wickets for the Botanical Garden Rangers in the tournament, and another one of those who came into the VPL2 and has staked a claim.
Yes, he has done well so far.
Starts well. And the single taken. Miles, what do you make of Zimran?
Yes, I think he's a pretty compact bowler. Knows what he's about. Mixes it up. Not afraid to slow it down. Has one that he pushes through outside off stump. I think apart from probably yesterday, he would have done well in most of the other games that he has played. Apart from that one over when he was taken to task by Sunil Ambris in that run chase.
Okay, Providence now coming to Williams. Some final adjustments in the field as he comes up. This one's a bad delivery, full toss. And finding the field again is, I make it Williams, and it's a no ball. It's going to be a free hit above the waist height. Difficult deliveries to negotiate sometimes, Martin.
Yes, I thought he should have done better with that though, but unfortunately he didn't get it to the fence. He just got one from it, but there's a free hit, and I'm hoping that Kato makes maximum use of this opportunity which he has been given here.
And the free hit has been taken full advantage of just on the foot of the Frank Thomas Pavilion. That's where it was dispatched by Kato. Super six to their total.
Yes, as I said before, you have to take advantage of those sort of deliveries, those free hits, and Kato did exactly that. The ball was flighted into his pads and he swung it over mid-wicket into the fence for 6. 4 Charlotte strikers are now 15 for 1 after 2.2 overs.
Well, Kenneth Demba not having any of it. He is indicating to Providence that he needs to bowl an off-stump line. Again, Kato is going into the onside. Could not beat shallow. Another diamond delivery. And Kato will have to come to the party and sing loudly today for the 4 Charlotte strikers. That is what he does now. This is a bad delivery and dispatched as this should be. Another smashing super 6 here by Kato.
Yes, Providence, I think, is trying to get the ball full and straight. Although the field is set for probably something that's a bit wider of off stump with the sweep on the offside out as well as long off. I wonder here if Demba, who would usually be the spinner bowl in the over in this power play, has opted since yesterday to probably give Providence the earlier overs and save his experience for the back end where he would have lost that game to Sunil Ambris yesterday.
Well, if they're thinking that's the ploy they're gonna make, he's gonna have to be on the money as well. And this is a better delivery. Kato just managed to keep it out. I make it inadvertently. Gets a single. And they move up to 22 for 1, Martin.
Yes, a very productive over here by 4 Charlotte strikers. A good batting here by Kato, smashing 2 sixes from those loose deliveries from Providence.
This time Providence has Williams to contend with. Williams again, short arm jab kind of stuff, but he gonna get single. He gets 2. Good running. Looks as if he changed his mind in terms of the distance he wanted to play that at the last minute, Miles.
Yes, I'm wondering if the ball didn't get big on him. He has pretty quick hands. It depends still a lot on timing. And that one, I think, just got a little bit big on him, and he was only able to get it to the left of the bowler. But just enough pace on it that they were able to complete 2 runs.
productive overall, albeit for the Fort Charlotte Strikers. 18 they got in that, and they've moved up to 24 for 1 after 3 overs. And they will need to get some more overs like that in order to challenge and get up to the 111 that they're required to get to win this game. As we now have Captain Dembar taking the ball from our commentary booth end. On the money earliest Demba, but a quick single taken. 25, and as we get into the last over of the power play, sometimes you see a batsman, Kenroy, in their previous innings, and they look so attacking and so aggressive, and then you elevate them and you hope to get the same thing, and they play more conventionally.
Well, sometimes it depends on the situation and circumstances of the game. Like for instance, Demba, who came into, who was actually promoted in his innings today, he came in when there were just about 2 overs or so remaining, so he had us to go. Unfortunately, he didn't fire as he used to. But it depends on the situation, the circumstances, and the batter and his mindset as well. So it really depends on the individual.
Williams on strike. Williams is trying to heave this one away, comes off the bottom of the bat into his pads, and Demba throwing it at the stumps, allowing a second run. 27 for 1. Quiet going by the 4 Charlotte Strikers in this over so far. And is this the quiet before the storm, Miles?
It's rather quiet.
Has to be quite a big storm if it does come eventually. They are way behind the required rate.
Well, this one is struck beautifully over long on by Williams. This is what we saw in his last innings, and this is an excellent stroke, Kenroy.
Right, that was in his zone and just on the off stump, and he's pretty strong hitting the ball straight back over the bowler's head. Down to the long on boundary for 4-6. A really good shot by Williams. He moves up to 13. He has faced 8 deliveries. A really good shot by him.
Dembar to Williams again. This is what he was promoted to do, but this time going across the line, and single results. He's trying to pepper the mid-wicket area there, Martin.
Yes, a slow delivery there by Demba. Some smart bowling by him. He bowled, took the pace off that one, and he catched him in the flight, and he had to just change the shot in the middle of it and went to the mid-wicket area, only getting the ball down to the fine leg area.
This is cut through point. Let's see. Does it have the legs? Shallow is behind it. It's going to beat Shallow into the boundary now for a National Lotteries 3D4. And simple like that. They have 14 in the over with a ball to spare, Kenroy.
Yes, good going here by 4 Charlotte Strikers. Good batting by these 2 batters. They have played really 2 nice shots. One back over long on, and one now punched to backward point there by K2 for 4, and really moving on the target. The total here to 38 for 1. 38 for 1. Have 1 delivery remaining here in the power play. Really, 38 for 1. A good position to be here. 4 Charlotte Strikers chasing 111.
He finishes with a diamond delivery, but Miles, with what? 12 runs required per over, a sunset smasher or a super smasher, and you played it wrong for some singles if another bad ball is not on offer.
Yes, it does require a little bit of finesse. If you can get a boundary all in the over, whether it's a 6 or a 4, a couple 2s. You stay close. You'd want to be able to stay close to 12, if not get the 12. And then if you look at the game yesterday, the run chased by the Salt Pond Breakers, that is exactly what they did. They stayed close to the required rate, and and then they got a big over number 8, and then they cruise home comfortably, right? And that is the trend that we have seen, for quite a few games. If you're able to stay, distance, and you can muster a big over, then you basically get home pretty comfortably. What the Fort Charlotte Strikers don't have is a lot of farm batsmen, and that is where they are going to have issues. They would need somebody who hasn't done exceptionally well, basically, to come out and have a really good knock today.
New kid on the block as it pertains to VPL, Solomon Bascom. He comes in for his first taste of T10 cricket. National Youth Player of the Year 2019, and he offers up one there to Williams, and is West Indies on the 15 player as well, and a single to start his proceedings, Martin.
Yes, happy to see him here on his debut. Really, Solomon Bascom, he's probably the youngest player in the tournament so far. He's making his debut today, and he'll be bowling to the experienced Keto. He started pretty well with a full-length delivery. He just has to bowl within himself and be smart at what he does.
Keto smashes over point. That's going into the boundary. That's 4. Space and time to free his arms. That he did. And another 4. National Lotteries, 3D4.
Yeah, fine shot there by Keto. That was wide outside the off stump. Not the length that you're looking to bowl to Keto. That's one of his strengths. And he had no problem in dispatching it over. Backward point for 4. The score moves up now to 43 for 1. 4.2 overs. A really good reply here by Fort Charlotte Strikers to this target of 111.
Keto goes long. That's hitting the Sir Philip Vera stand. It was connected and connected well. And that's 10 into deliveries. Fort Charlotte Strikers are sticking with this game, Miles.
Yes, Keto would, of course, recognize that young Bascom is under some pressure here. His first game, a young player as well, not very experienced, and he would know that this is his opportunity to try to catch up. So he is definitely going to try to put the youngster under some pressure. Bascom, quite a skillful bowler. He is able to put the ball in an area that you request. So the plan has to be very clear from the captain. And I believe that once that it's clear, I'm not quite sure, looking at the field setting, what the plan is. It seems as though he has just been asked to bowl length and somewhat straight. I think that something a little bit more decisive than that needs to be shared with the young bowler.
Well, I'm hoping that was done for cricketing purposes, because we did have 2 more experienced players on that unit in Dembar and Shallow, having a long conversation with him while the ball was retrieved. So we are in for a good finish as the Fort Charlotte Strikers look to pile up some runs and get into the winning zone in this match. Match 1 on match day 11. Bascom to Keto again. Keto smashes it away. It's gone. 1, yes, all the way behind square for another super smashing 6. Keto is taking advantage of this over, and this can be the big over you were asking for, Ken Roy.
Yes, a really good innings here by Keto. He has moved to 36 from 13 deliveries. A really nice cameo being played by him here. And Fort Charlotte Strikers are now 55 for 1 in this 4.4 overs been bowled, looking for a target of 111. You are in the driver's seat. An excellent innings by Keto here.
Well, they are halfway to their target. Halfway to their target, and they're definitely going to be looking to push some more, as they do have the platform here that is required, Miles.
Yes, definitely.
Bascom to Keto once again. 17, and this one is skied. Let's see, a 3. Oh, poor communication there by the fielders. No one actually committed, and could that be the miss of the game, Martin?
Well, it could end up being a very crucial catch being put down there by these experienced players. After being hit for 17 so far, Bascom coming back, really bowling a good delivery. Kato skying that one in the mid-wicket area. 3 players converging, no one taking the catch, and he has lived to fight another day. 4 Charlotte strikers would be happy for that. He's still batting on 37 from 14. Williams have 15 from 10. 4 Charlotte strikers, 56 for 1 over number 5 being bowled here.
Williams trying to drive outside the off stump and beaten by the last delivery. I was saying 17 in 4 deliveries, and then he got an opportunity to take a wicket, which would have been really good for the confidence of the young man, and that fell in no man's land. Ended the over with 18 runs, and the 4 Charlotte strikers must be pleased at where they are at the halfway stage.
Yeah, must be pleased. 5 overs completed, 56 for 1. K2 has really put the momentum and put the game in the way of the 4 Charlottes. He has really batted well. He has 37 from 14. Williams is there. He's playing his role as well. He's 15 from 11. And a really good over there for K2 from the youngster Bascom. He came back well with the last deliveries, but 4 Charlotte strikers are basically in the driving seat here.
Well, trying to stem the flow of runs and also the direction of the game is Kenneth Demba. They've been very, very successful for this tournament, and he does not want that to change. Comes into Kato, plays it on the onside, and single taken. Changing over the strike now to young Williams. And this is an over that they can play comfortably, I from my estimation. If the bat ball do come, they put it away. Not necessarily need to take a chance or 2 here, Miles.
I wouldn't agree. I think that at 11 runs over required, they have just gotten on par. They can't afford to let it slip, because a couple tight overs and that run rate will go up again to above 13.
Well, this is smacked away. That's gone for 6. That's a good shot by Williams. He is joining Kato in the Super 6 hitting, and he has taken the advice of Miles and powered that one for 6.
Yes, a fantastic shot there by Williams, pitching just between middle and leg. That's his strength area as well, and he whipped that one over mid-wicket. Something to note though, a fall off a wicket really could could turn things differently here for the Rangers. We have seen where they take another single here to BB, who runs wrong and field, where the 4 Charlotte strikers have collapsed in the innings after getting a pretty good start. A fall off a wicket here could cause some trouble for them, knowing that their batters are really not in form. So these two have to really take it to them.
Kato comes in strike. He's on 38. 8 runs from 3 deliveries so far this over. Kato advances, goes into the cow corner area all along the ground. 1 is the result. It's 9 from 4 deliveries. Remember, the required rate is just about 11. Fallen just a bit. Statistician definitely in support of 4 Charlotte strikers from the advice we're getting here, Martin. Oh, this one is beaten outside the off stump. It was in the slot, but in the slot to go straight, I believe.
Yes, I think Demba here has recognized that Williams really likes the ball when there's quite a bit of pace on. The last couple of deliveries, he has taken the pace off and has thrown his timing somewhat.
Demba to Williams again. Williams is beaten outside the Austin with another one where it didn't have as much pace on it, and he was asked to do the adjustment, didn't do that, and the end of the over, that's a 4 Charlotte strikers, 65 for 1. They need 46 from 24 deliveries.
Yes, a good finish here, but to the over by Demba, skipper Demba, really coming to his own and realizing that he's bowling the ball a little bit too fast to Williams, and he bowled 2 diamond deliveries to finish this over. Good finish to the over, but for Charlotte strikers are 65 for 1 from 6 overs. K to 139 from 16. Williams is 22 from 15. Need another 46 runs from 24 balls. As we see, BB takes up his mark here. He has been one of the better bowlers for the Rangers.
He's getting ready to bowl probably over number 8. Because Kamali Williams, he's coming for his second from the administrative center end, and this is where the cat could be coming among the pigeons, where we have the experience of BB later on. Kamali has been doing well, and then to finish it off, a couple of the other useful players in this unit. Williams to Kato. Kato is struck in front of the stumps. He is out. LBW. He advanced. Well, he went across the stumps and advanced as well. And even before the bowler was about to deliver, and he has lost his wicket. And here we go. You called for it. The wicket came. Could this be the breakthrough that the Botanical Garden Rangers was looking for, Martin?
Well, they were looking for this breakthrough. They brought back their main bowler in Williams, and they got the chief scorer so far, Kato. He got 39 from just a little bit of deliveries, and really to strike here is a good blow. Strike here by the Botanical Gardens Rangers, a good man to get out, and that brings Gideon Pope to the wicket. He has not been scoring so far in this tournament, so not a really bad move here by the skipper Demba. It has worked so far, and he has gotten the prize wicket of Kato. 46 to get from 23 deliveries. Game still in the hands of 4 Charlotte strikers, just for them to bat and bat sensibly.
Miles, has Gideon been too conventional in his approach to his innings in the tournament so far?
I think he is still unsure about how he wants to approach his innings, and it's showing. Even when he is in defense, he is tentative, and then he's not sure when to switch gears. And in this format of the game, you definitely need to be single-minded in your approach.
Well, in his approach is Williams on the money again to Pope. Dot ball, and he would be Pope would be advised to probably start turning the strike over, get himself going, while Williams, who's been there for a while, could continue trying to push on. But doing well for Botanical Garden Rangers is Williams as he comes again. This one, yes, he gets the single, and they move on to 66. 45 now required from 21, Martin.
Yeah, this is where the game could really change and swing back in the way of the Rangers. A very good over here by Williams so far, picking up the wicket of Kato. Another 46 runs to get from 21 deliveries. You need to be scoring off every delivery ball to you.
Driven back hard, Williams could not stop in his fall through. 1 to Sealroy Williams, the batsman. 44 from 20. And if Gideon gets 2 from the middle, it could be done and dusted quickly.
Well, we've been waiting for that all season. You haven't seen it. Today might be the day.
Well, this he goes to corner. 1 bounce into the boundary. National Lottery is 3D4. He was probably asking us to propel him on to doing that. And there we go, Miles. 1 from the middle.
Yes, Williams missing his length here, usually a fair bit fuller than that, giving Gidran the opportunity he needed to free his arms and get that one through the onside. Well placed.
One delivery remaining in over number 7. They are scoring at just about 10 runs in over. 40 needed from 19. Gidron whips this away beautifully. That's another 4. And these may be the 2 boundaries he needs to get himself going. He has continued the scoring for the 4 Charlotte Strikers. 75 from 7. Where do this game go? I'll ask you two to give your views.
Well, 36 runs to get from 18 deliveries. The hard-hitting Gidran Pope has just struck 2 boundaries. He's 9 from 4. Williams is down 23 from 16. He has batted well so far, and he has gotten himself an half century up front. 75 for 2. I think this game is wide open. Just to see the batting card so far for Charlotte Strikers. Samuel, he was LBW Delpesh for 2 from 6 deliveries. Williams is not out on 23 from 16. K2, LBW 39, he batted 17 deliveries, and Gidran Pope have just joined Williams. He's 9 from 4. So 3 overs remaining, and 4 Charlotte Strikers are 75 for 2. This game could go both ways, could go any way from where I'm seeing it.
Miles Kenroy did not want to lose his salary. What about you?
I think that the Rangers are making a mistake here that they made yesterday. BB is coming for his force over to the set batsman Williams and the powerful Gidran, who looks to be in the best form of the season so far.
That one's going to be called wide, as everything was thrown at it by Williams, and it's a 1 more to the total. So not giving up his salary as Martin. Given a part of it was Miles. Miles are actually in without even giving full details. He's sliding to the side of 4 Charlotte Strikers. Our production man says Botanical Garden Rangers. So let's see what happens. Another wide. This one was almost on the other pitch where it's totally grassed. BB is struggling.
Yes, and this is what I was talking about. He's coming in for his force over. He knows that the batsman will be coming at him. I would have opted to give the over to Delpesh, in the hopes that he would have taken a wicket or 2 here, which would definitely break the back of the Strikers' chase.
And again, someone probably need to tell BB that we're playing on the surface where the stumps are on. Another wide, really wide. 3 runs, and there's not one legitimate delivery yet bowled. Martin?
This is not what the skipper wanted from BB here. One of the most experienced bowlers on the side, coming in at 33 runs to get from 18 deliveries, 3 wide deliveries so far. Not what he was expecting. He needs to get it right.
That's another wide. And the plan is to bowl wide of the stump, but not that wide, Miles.
Yes, and it's not a bad ploy at all. But the execution has to be a fair bit better than what BB is doing at this moment.
4 runs, and still 6 deliveries to go in over number 8. This one is in the area where it's legitimate. Williams trying to heave it back past the bowler. Didn't make contact. Diamond delivery number 1.
Good comeback there by BB. Hitting the right areas. William just need to get a little closer to that delivery outside the off. The backward point is open, and he could score some runs here as well. But a good comeback there by BB.
Williams heaves. This is going long. It's a magnificent strike. A super smashing 6. Our statistician seemed to have been seeing a future, because he said 1 more strike is going to go into the boundary for 6. And that it did, Martin.
Excellent over here for the Fort Charlotte Strikers so far. BB has gone for 10 runs from 2 deliveries, 4 wides and a 6. Really, as we say in local cricket, shooting yourself in your leg.
Well, wow. We still have 4 deliveries. Let's see what happens here. 85 for 2. Williams gets another wide. Outside the off stump. BB is definitely struggling here, Miles.
Yes, I called it. It's not going to be easy for him, as experienced as he is, coming into this pressure situation. His first over of the match, a set batsman hitting the ball well, and you're not even sure that you get any reprieve if you give a single, because then Gideon Pope comes in to strike, who we know is probably one of the more powerful hitters of the ball in the tournament.
Yes, after winning and doing so well up to this very last game in the preliminary round, how does it feel if you lose a game going into the eliminators? I'll hear your thoughts. As Williams is again slashing hard, beats the keeper Emmanuel into the boundary for National Lotteries 3D4. They are on 90. Martin.
21 runs needed from 15 deliveries. You can't call it here now. Could you call it?
I believe Miles is not going to give away his salary, because sensible cricket from here, it should be home dry and dusted.
Exactly. 90 for 2 here for Charlotte Strikers, looking for their first win from the leading team in the pack here. This would be a very good win for them. And as you said, what could it do for the Rangers' confidence?
He is going hard again, skying it. Coming under it is Bascom. Does he take it? Yes, he does, and he takes it well as well. Excellent bit of technique there as well. And BB gets Williams, but has the damage already been done?
I'm not too sure, Roxelle, because I really can't call it for the Fort Charlotte Strikers. Their batting is rather suspect. Gideon Pope is still there. Williams is walking back to the pavilion. The Rangers have been playing good cricket. They have defended stoutly whatever runs they have put on the board. And it is up to them if they want to win this game. They have not been crossing the line, and they need to do that. And when that is not happening, anything could go the other way. So it is up to them to get these 21 runs from 14 deliveries, but it's skipper and Cortan Navi who has just joined him.
Lavia has the ability and has is renowned for hitting the ball hard as well. So no reprieve for the bowlers here, Miles.
No, definitely the Fort Charlotte Strikers have the competency to get the job done here. I think that this over would have given them quite a bit of confidence, especially if they could finish it well.
Full toss to Pope. I would have loved to have done better with that, but he eventually gets a single. 91, 20 from 13 deliveries.
The interesting thing here as well is to determine who is going to bowl the final over. Would Delpesh bowl the next one and BB finish?
Interesting. Oh, shot! That's a sizzling square drive. That's going to the boundary. This is Lavia, and he has been in the game since in the field. He comes to the party. That tops off the over for Fort Charlotte Strikers.
Fantastic shot there by Lavia. Short delivery outside the off stump. BB has not been getting a pretty good over so far, and a really good shot by Cortan Lavia to open his account. Excellent shot, true backward point. It flew across the surface into the fence for 4, and Fort Charlotte Strikers are now 95 for 2, 95 for 3. Just for the bowling figures here, we have Williams. He has bowled 2 overs, 6 dot deliveries, 12 runs, 1 wicket. Delplesh 1 over, 3 dot deliveries, 3 runs, 1 wicket. Providence have bowled 1 over, 1 dot delivery, 18 runs, no wicket. And we have Demba 2 overs, 3 dot deliveries, 23 runs. He hasn't picked up a wicket. Bascom 1 over, 1 dot delivery, 18 runs, no wicket. And Bibi, his first over, has gone for 20, only 2 dot deliveries. And who would bowl this over in this? And I've seen is like the man with the golden arm. They'll pressure be bowling this over to Gideon Pope.
Well, is this over going to break the camel's back? Which of the camel's back we're talking about, we're not sure. But guess what? The required runs are 8 runs per over, 16 from 12 deliveries. And this one is a 1. Down to long on. That's Pope. Middling it, finally.
Well, it's good to see. He has come into his own here when the team really needs him here. He needs to finish his game and finish it in good stance here for 4 challenge strikers. That would be good for them actually getting their first win in this tournament. But the man Delplesh is trying to deny them of that. 15 runs to get from 11 deliveries. It's all open. Cortland has opened his account with a fantastic shot, and he needs to continue doing that here to get them over the line.
Well, Tanti Moult took a day off from work today, and she is in the Mike Finley Pavilion. There are about 5 other people there with her, and this is why the game is so exciting. Let's see, every time this lady decides to come to cricket, we have a party. There's a party here going on. This is day 11 of Vincy Premier League 2.0, and Kotoy gives us some final advice to Delplesh. He has Curtin Lavia to contend with. A sizzle of a shot in his first delivery. Drives through the mid-wicket. They're looking for 2. Are they going to get it? It's on offer. 2 comfortably. That's 3 in 2 deliveries. 13 required from 10 miles.
Yes, I think this is some very smart cricket. They would recognize that the bowler to bowl the next over would be definitely a weaker bowler than Delplesh. There is no point in going helter-skelter at Delplesh. You will take what's on offer, but you have to be mindful that you have 6.
Well, this one, he plays behind point. 1 more to the total. Required now 12 from 9 deliveries. Delplesh is being given the respect that he deserves, Martin.
Well, yes, he's bowling well, but the batters are pretty smart about it. Not really, as Miles say, going helter-skelter here. Not panicking, just playing it nicely, taking whatever's been offered here and leaving it for the last over. Who knows, Gideon Pope could get one out of the boundary here.
Well, that is definitely on the cards. Let's see. And then we talked about it. That smashed long into the players' pavilion. Gideon Pope, he is on song. This is the Gideon Pope that we see. This is the Gideon Pope we know. And that is a super smashing 6. The total now, 6 needed from 8 deliveries.
Yeah, fine shot there by Gideon Pope, right in his half. He's been striking the ball nicely since he came to the wicket, and a really good shot, putting the 4 challenge strikers at 105 for 3. Need another 6 runs from 8 deliveries. They should not lose from here.
Well, we have seen worse, but I'm not sure Gideon Pope is looking to see that today. He has come to the party. Sensibly gets 1. Score moves on to 106. They need 5 from 7 deliveries.
Really
very sensible cricket here from the 4 Charlotte strikers. Recognizing that Delplesh is the more threatening of any of the bowlers that they would have available to bowl the final over. Just taking a calculated risk to get the boundary and then picking off the singles and 2s as they come.
Lavia is saying we are done. We are done. We have finished this game in style. A smashing Super 6 to end it. We're not going into the next over, says Lavia. And that is it. 112 for 3 of 9 overs. And Lavia came to the party, joined Pope, who eventually found his touch.
Yes, a really beautiful shot there by Lavie to finish it off. And the 4 Charlotte Strikers have scored their first points, their first win here in this tournament. Not the first point, but the first win. And really a good win there from beating the Botanical Garden Rangers, the persons who are up front leading the points. This is a very good win for them. It should send some serious challenge to the others. And they have another game in hand. A really good game. Congratulations to the 4 Charlotte Strikers. Well played to Gidron Pope. Well played to Lavie, and also the foundation that was laid up front. Who played exceptional innings. Kato played a really beautiful innings. And Williams, who started the ball rolling, he batted sensibly as well. So some nice cricket by 4 Charlotte Strikers, finally finding their own and coming into their own and pulling off a win here today. Well done.
Miles?
Yes, a very good run chase, as Martin mentioned, set up initially by Kato, who took the attack to the inexperienced Bascom and basically brought them all the way back to on target. And then Williams carrying on from his form in the last game. Pope coming into his own, hitting the ball as well as we know he can. And then Lavia finally, as was mentioned earlier, has been in the game with the ball in the field and now with the bat. Bottom of the table beating top of the table. And that's always a good sign in terms of the contest for any tournament. It should be a wake-up call for the Botanical Garden Rangers, who have now lost 2 on the trot. Safe definitely would be into the qualifiers. However, it should signify to them that they have some homework to do. They have a few things that they need to tidy up. So they can use this to their advantage. Hopefully, they keep the dressing room together and they learn from this experience, and it does not unravel them and cause them to deteriorate from here.
Well, the 4 Charlotte Strikers have just put a little bit more pressure on the Lassafray Hikers, who are on 5 points, as they go into the battle with the Sarpon Breakers a little later on, in just under 40 minutes or so, because the Lassafray Hikers must win that game to push the 4 Charlotte Strikers and Grenadine Divers out of contention. That game will come to you at 1 p.m. and we would have more action. Just to remind you that the Lassafray Hikers, they meet the Sarpon Breakers at 1 p.m. We've just seen match 1 on match day 11 between the Botanical Garden Rangers and 4 Charlotte Strikers. 4 Charlotte Strikers picking up their first win by 7 wickets. 111 they needed. They got 112 for 3. With 1 over to spare. We'll be right back. Remember, this is a Vincy Premier League 2.0 T10 cricket coming to you live from the natural place to be, the Jam of the Antilles in Vincent and the Grenadines. More flavor, more vibes, brought to you with the compliments of the St. Vincent Grenadines Cricket Association Inc. and our special partners, Dream 11, National Lotteries, Fan Code, Sportsmax, VC3, and our friends from ITFX SVG. Until it's time to come and cover match 2, we take a break.
Few explorers, the Grenadines Divers, 4 Charlotte Strikers. Somebody celebrate your team. Last team Breakers, the Sarpon Breakers, Botanical Garden Rangers. It's from the bleachers we would see. VPL is more flavor, more